And God will use you, your life, your testimonies, your experiences, your journeys to draw in another soul, to bring someone back to Him. And He wants to use you. Hey, it's JMP, and I'm back with another conversation. If you're new here, welcome to the KB Lounge, where I give motivation, encouragement, and inspiration to kingdom builders like yourself as you go through your journeys of self-development, personal growth, entrepreneurship, building your relationship with God, and growing in your faith. Now, before we start today's conversation, share some positive vibes and also love in the comments to other kingdom builders in our community who may need it on today. All right? So, hey, kingdom builders. Hello. All right, you guys, listen. Y'all don't understand the amounts of trouble I went through releasing that last conversation. It was so much struggle. Recording it, editing it, posting it, scheduling it for you guys. It was ridiculous. Like, I've never had a conversation that took me that long to just get it scheduled. But clearly it was prophetic and someone really needed, some people needed. I know that was for more than one person. So I hope that the last conversation perspective shift was exactly what you needed. And if you did not see that or tune into that last conversation, go back and watch it. Okay. But today, we're going to be talking about something that we all deal with. But some of us master overcoming this thing. And a lot of us allow this to stop us from going forward. So today, we're going to talk about how to overcome it and to keep going so that you'll become a master of this thing. Okay? So, today, we're talking about pushing past fear. Pushing past fear is our conversation for today. If you are someone who deals with fear, and you allow fear to stop you, this conversation is for you. If you have fear right now about something that God has told you to do or about something that you have been wanting to do for a long time, this conversation is for you today. Okay? We're going to stop allowing fear from stopping us from moving forward. Okay? All right. So, first thing I want you to know about fear is that it's temporary. It's temporary. But fear will last based off how long you allow it to stay. You're going to encounter fear throughout your whole life. Okay? Different parts of your life, different journeys of your life. When you level up, go higher up in God, you elevate and be promoted on your job or whatever the case may be, fear is going to show up. But it's on you how long fear stays. You can feed fear and allow it to grow and make it harder for you, or you can stop it in its tracks and master overcoming it and go forward. Okay? So, like I said, fear is something that we all deal with at different places of our lives. Okay? And a lot of the times, fear shows up when we have a desire to do something. Fear shows up when God has instructed us to do something and we're not sure how it's going to happen. Fear shows up when we have to jump out on faith, utilize our faith, stretch our faith, trust in God, believe in His word. Fear shows up. But fear is temporary. It's temporary. And I'm going to show you how it's temporary. Okay? So, let's go. Sorry. But fear, it can, like I said, last as long as you allow it to last. When you have a desire to fulfill something that you've never done before, you're not sure how the results are going to turn out. You're not sure how many people are going to show up. You're not sure if you're even ready for it. Fear creeps in, and fear begins to talk to you. Fear begins to say, you're not ready. Fear begins to say, you're not qualified. Fear begins to say, oh, that's too big for you. You can't handle that. Fear begins to feed you all of these negative things, and none of it's from God. None of it is God's thoughts. None of it is God's word. None of it. And when you allow it to continue to speak to you, when you allow yourself to dwell in the fear, the harder it becomes. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack real quick. So like I said, fear is temporary. And I was going to show you how fear is temporary. So let's say that God has told you to put together a conference. Now you be obedient. You do everything you're supposed to do. You contact the people that he told you to contact. You set up the venue. You do everything. You put together the outline. You put together the conversations, the things and activities you're going to do within this conference. Like you did it all. And now it's time for it to come forth. And you have two options. You can go forth or you can cancel. Fear is speaking to you because this is something you've never done. This is something that you're not even sure people are going to show up for. It's time for you to put it out there. You've done all the behind the scenes work. Now it's time for you to put it out there. Now it's time for you to show up for yourself. Now it's time for you to be a vessel used by God. And fear creeps in and says, you can't do that. Don't nobody want to listen to you. You can't help nobody. You got your own battles. You haven't healed from X, Y, and Z. How are you going to help somebody else? Fear begins to talk to you like that. But instead of you allowing fear to continue, you stop it and say, no, God prepared me for this. You stop it and you continue to go forward. Once you make that jump, fear goes away. I like to use the airplane, for example, because I want to make sure that you're following me. Okay? So let's say you're in this airplane and your friends or family decides to go skydiving. Okay? You're up in the air. You was excited at first, like you was ready to go at first. So you like, let's go. This is going to be exciting. You get up in the air and you look out that door and you see how far from the ground you are. You start to get scared. Because you like, oh man, if I jump, what's going to happen to me? Now you suited up. You got on all the equipment that you need to land safely. And you know this. But fear creeps in and says, what if it malfunctions? What if you don't make it to the bottom? Right? But the moment you say, no, I'm going to be okay, and you jump, that fear disappears. That fear goes away. That fear stops talking to you. And then you begin to experience joy, excitement, peace, That's what I mean by fear is a temporary thing, but it can also be something long term. It only becomes long term when you allow it to keep talking and you feed it. You feed it by agreeing with what it's saying to you. Hey Kingdom Builders, quick conversation break. I want to invite you to tune in to the Coffee Chat Queen podcast. And if you're an entrepreneur, I want to invite you to be a guest on the Coffee Chat Queen podcast show. If you're unfamiliar with the Coffee Chat Queen podcast, it is a platform where entrepreneurs are able to share their stories, share their entrepreneurship journey, as well as promote their businesses. The Coffee Chat Queen podcast originated from me doing 10-minute coffee chats to network with other entrepreneurs, and I decided that I wanted to do more with it. I created the Coffee Chat Queen podcast so it can be a platform that is used to be a resource to consumers and business owners so that it can collaborate, find the products and services that they need, and partner up with other businesses. So if you are an entrepreneur and this sounds like something you would be interested in being a part of, make sure that you click the link in the description box so that you can schedule your interview to be a guest on the show. Now let's get back to the conversation. That you're not good enough. That God didn't call you for that. When you start believing those things, now you're allowing fear to take over your life. And before you know it, 10 years don't pass by and you still have not done the one thing God had told you to do. The thing that was going to bring that breakthrough for your bloodline. The thing that was going to cause an elevation and a promotion for your finances. The thing that was going to allow healing to take place in your body. But you allow fear to stop that. We can't do that no more. It's too many lives out here who need you. They need to hear your testimonies. They need to see you as a vessel that represents God. Because you are true to this. Your relationship with God is real. The conversations you have with God, that ain't for show. Your prayer life ain't for show. Your worship not for show. Your praise is definitely not for show. You do those things because you know what God has done for you in your life. And there are other people out there who needs to see you worship God. You praise God. You glorify God. Because when they see it through you, they know God can do it for them. We all have assignments and we all have a group of people we are assigned to. We all draw particular people to us. And because who we are, because some people may look up to us. Some people may admire us. They will listen to you. Because they watch our lives and see how God moves and still show up for us regardless of circumstances. How we carry ourselves in certain situations. God moves. And they see that. And God will use you, your life, your testimonies, your experiences, your journeys to draw in another soul. To bring someone back to Him. And He wants to use you. But when you allow fear to get in front of you, you block it. Fear brings anxiety. It's just not one thing. Fear brings multiple things. Fear will block your vision. It will block your hearing. It will muffle your mouth if you allow it. See, fear will begin to break you down. Fear will begin to silence you and isolate you. Fear begins to put you in a place where you are bound, stagnated, confused, depressed, All because you was too scared to put your conference out there. The conference where God was going to use to save thousands of lives. The conference God was going to use to bring people's breakthrough. The conference that God was going to use to heal his people. It's not about you. It's about who God is going to speak to, reach through you. And you can't allow fear to stop you. You can't allow fear to build a brick wall in front of you to keep you from going forward. You got to knock that down. How do you knock that down? You begin to speak against what fear is speaking to you. You begin to ask God for strength to keep pressing and moving forward. You begin in believing that you are the one God chose for this. You begin to see yourself the way God sees you.
Hey there, it's JMP here, and I hope that you are enjoying today's conversation. I want to take a quick break to share with you more about my company and what it is we do. My name is Jasmine Mike Poindexter, and I am the CEO of My Vast Incorporated, where we specialize in providing general administrative services to entrepreneurs like yourself. We also offer other services such as event assistance, social media management, graphic design, and so much more. Here at My Vast Incorporated, we do strive to help entrepreneurs who are growing in their businesses to scale and elevate to the next level. Here at My Vast Incorporated, we do pride ourselves in partnering with our clients to help them bring forth the vision that they have for their businesses and exceed the goals that they have set for themselves. So if you are interested in learning more about our services and how we can serve you, please go to our website, www.myvast.com, and schedule a discovery call with us. We'll be happy to discuss more about our services and how we can assist you and help you go to the next level.
You begin to know your worth. Know who you are in God. Know the power that God has given you. The authority that God has given you. That's how you get past fear. Pushing past fear will give you the confidence you need. It will elevate you. When you begin to master overcoming fear, every time it comes up, you begin to knock it down. You begin to knock it down. You begin to knock it down. Now, granted, the bigger the vision, the bigger the task, the bigger whatever God has given you. Sometimes fear tried to come in a little bigger than it was before. But you know what you do? God, let's go. Boop. Fear gone. And the peace, the joy, the excitement that you receive afterwards is unmatched. Once you begin to train yourself to overcome fear, it becomes nothing when it creeps up. It becomes nothing when it presents itself to you. You just say, okay, bet. And you remember what happened the last time you jumped out on faith over your fear. You remember how successful God allowed you to be. You remember how God showed up and showed out in your life. It happens every time. Faith is temporary. I'm sorry, back that up. Fear is temporary. I said it all wrong. Fear is temporary. It's temporary. But it's up to you on how long you will allow it to last. It will sit right here by you as long as you allow it to. But as long as you allow it to sit here, it's going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And before you know it, you in the same spot. Nothing in your life has changed. Nothing in your life has changed. And you're wondering why. God is like, I just need you to go forward. Stop trying to worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what you need. He's going to give you everything that you need. You just got to take the step. If he's giving you a vision for a business, write it down. That's the step. He sees you write it down. He said, okay, let me give you some insights on what this business is going to do and be. How I'm going to get the glory through this. He began to give you revelation. He said, okay, all right, I see you. Now I need you to start getting the equipment for the business. I need you to start putting together packages and prices for this business. I need you to start putting together the type of people you want to serve through your business. What services you're going to offer. He said, okay, all right. Now that I see you do that, I'm going to show you how you're going to do this. I'm going to show you how you're going to have your sessions. I'm going to show you what you're going to say on your YouTube channel or TV show. I'm going to show you what type of content I want you to put out. I'm going to show you. That's how he begins to give you more as you go. He said, okay, all right, I see you. Now for to bless your hands with the finances to get the equipment that you need. Now you buying computers and cameras and sound equipment. You take a step, he takes 4. God is a God of multiplication. You got it easy. You got it easy because you don't even have to do a whole bunch of work. You take one step and God multiplies that one step times 4 and give you more than what you even put in. He just wanted you to move.
Hey, we are taking a quick break from today's conversation. And if you are an entrepreneur who may be looking for a virtual assistant and you may be unsure of what a VA is, you don't have the full understanding, or maybe you don't know what to delegate out, I have a solution for you. I wrote an ebook titled How to Hire the Right VA. This ebook helps you find the right virtual assistant. It helps you figure out the type of tasks that you need to delegate for your business. And it also helps you decide on the right person to hire for your company. When you are looking for a virtual assistant, you are looking for someone who is going to represent you and your company in the best way possible, as well as providing great quality services to your company. Okay, you want someone who can provide great work and that is going to help you elevate your business to the next level. And what better way to do that than to hire a virtual assistant to your team? Now, this ebook is about virtual assistants, but you can also use some of the things that you learn within this ebook to hire other members to your team. So if you're interested in hiring the right VA for your company, you want to learn more, go to our website, www.myvast.com, and order your copy today.
God got all the heavyweight. He got all the heavyweight. He just wants you to move. And when you move, he releases everything else that you need. Jump out on this fear. Matter of fact, go get your word and speak God's word over your life until you beat that down. See, some of y'all that are in this conversation today, you have allowed fear to stop you from so many things that fear has actually built up this wall around you where it's hard for you to knock it down. So now you got to get God to help you knock it down and pull it up at the root. See, I told you at the beginning of this conversation, fear will continue to come. But in most cases, when it comes, it's going to come as a seed. And every time you overcome it, you pluck that seed up. You pluck it up. You pluck it up. That's how you know you've overcome fear. But see, when you got a big old wall built around you, you need some help. You need some armor to knock it down. Now you got to get delivered from fear. And when God delivers you from fear, you can begin to press and move forward. You can begin to train yourself to overcome it. So the next time when it show up, you like, oh, this is nothing. I told y'all before that once I got to the place in my life where I said, would I rather be obedient to God or be disobedient and suffer the consequences? I'd rather be obedient. No matter how crazy it looks. No matter what I may have to sacrifice, I have to give up. No matter the temporary situation I may have to go through, I would rather choose obedience over disobedience. Because my disobedience is going to be way worse than me just being obedient and going through a temporary situation that may last a week, that may last 3 months, versus me being disobedient and going through a situation that lasts 12 years. See, disobedience brings more torture, pain, hurt, unnecessary things that you have to go through, situations that shouldn't even came up. It's like a domino effect when you're being disobedient of things that goes wrong versus you being obedient and God takes you through this temporary situation for 2 weeks. Now, them 2 weeks, they may feel like a month. Our time ain't like God's time. Them 2 weeks, when you're going through something temporary, sometimes it may feel like it's a month. It may feel like it's 6 months. But when God brings you through it and he releases that blessing, he releases that miracle, you forget about how long it took and you realize it wasn't even that long. 14 days wasn't that long. It just felt like it was long. Because you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know how God was going to bring you through it. You didn't know what he was going to do. You just been obedient. You just been obedient. That's all you doing. Don't let fear stop you from becoming who God has called you to be. Don't let fear stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Don't let fear stop you for being a vessel that God uses to get to his people, to draw them back to him. Say it with me. Fear is temporary. It's temporary. I need you to get that in your head. Get it in your soul, your spirit. Fear is temporary. It's not going to last that long. Because the moment you do it is the moment it goes away. You defeat it. Whatever you're scared about, take it to God. Say, God, I need your help. This is too big for me. I need your help. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I need your help. I don't know if I can do this. I need your help. I don't know if people actually want to hear me. I need your help. What I'm doing today, I would have never thought I would do it at all. Especially this KB Lounge. When he gave me the KB Lounge, I was like, what? But okay. I was obedient and he began to show me more and he began to give me more. And now we are here. It's not about me. and how I feel. It's about me serving my Father and Him getting the glory. It's about me helping others. It's about me being obedient and let God use me as a vessel the way He wants to use me. Only thing you're going to do is benefit from it. Might as well do it. You're just going to benefit from it. Sometimes, when you're obedient, God may temporarily take you through something, and you're not sure how it's going to work out. But you keep trusting God. You keep having faith in God. And I promise you, He's going to make a way every single time. You're so worried about how, when, where it's going to come from. That's not your job. That's not your job. That's God's job. This is one of the things that kept me going in 2024. Because I told you, my 2024 was nothing but a faith journey. That whole year. 2024 was nothing but me cashing in on faith. That's it. Hey Kingdom Builders, it is JMP here, and I want to take the time to say thank you so much for tuning in today's conversation, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was motivational, inspirational, or even encouraging to you in some way. If the conversation was, please make sure that you continue it in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed it, make sure that you share with someone that you think would enjoy the conversation as well. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you'll know when a new conversation drops in the KB Lounge and anything else that happens within the KB Lounge. Okay, Kingdom Builders, let's keep the conversation going until next time.